All right, hello and welcome to this video. We have some big news that News12 actually covered about the Pine Barrens, which was absolutely shocking. What was even more shocking was it was the lead story tonight at 6 o'clock on News12 today. So this is about the Pine Barrens. We're going to play the video. Apparently this happened in Calverton. All right, so there was a lot of stuff. This was in Okay, they're saying Yaphank. It was in Yaphank. I'm not sure where this happened in Yaphank. There have been cases all over the Pine Barrens of this, and as you know, I've been talking about this with the dumping. It's a big problem, and I'm glad the New York State DEC is finally on top of this. So we're going to play this story right now from News 12.
But first tonight, a pile of trash, as you see here, 5 yards wide, discovered on the protected Pine Barrens land. The Suffolk County Sheriff now says this is the latest case, and it's part of a growing problem with illegal dumping in that area. We want to get right out to News 12's Long Island investigative reporter, Rachel.
Yes, they actually sent a reporter there.
More about this investigation.
Shocking,
Rachel.
right? They're actually doing something right. Pine Barrens, lead story
Joe,
tonight.
the sheriff believes the person responsible for this latest violation knew about the secluded roads in the Pine Barrens, like the one behind me. Neighbors who live on the edge of the woods tell us that illegal dumping has to stop.
I wish there was more we could do to make the Pine Barrens more enjoyable to everybody.
Jonathan Bouchon lives
Exactly.
next to the Pine Barrens, where he says people have created their personal dumping grounds.
And the fact that people are just dumping trash out there, like, that's just awful and disgusting.
On August 13th, the Pine Barrens Law Enforcement Council discovered mounds of household trash in the Pine Barrens region in Yaphank. Lamps, desks, and boxes piling up in the protected woods. But the suspect also left behind identifying documents.
One of our captains is actually the chair of the council, and so he started doing some investigating work, looking through the rubbish, and there was one common theme, one common name, one common address.
The suspect, whose name has not been released, has been given a fine and since cleaned up this mess. The Department of Environmental Conservation says it's an ongoing investigation, but the problem isn't new. In 2021, the DEC investigated 24 cases of illegal dumping in the Pine Barrens region,
I didn't even know they
which
were doing
sits
that.
on top of Long Island's aquifer. There have been at least 5 cases so far this year. The DEC says
Cranberry Bog
businesses,
Preserve,
typically
that video.
landscaping or house cleanout operations, cause the majority of these cases. People living nearby are hoping to get the word out about where people should be dumping their trash.
If there's maybe more awareness, what people can do to get rid of their trash, maybe that'd bring more attention to matters.
And that's exactly what the sheriff plans to do, create a campaign with the DEC to raise awareness about the Pine Barrens and the ramifications of illegal dumping. In Calverton, I'm Rachel Yankunis, News 12, Long Island.
So they're in Calverton. I wonder where. Oh, I think I know where she is. So I'm going to look. This is probably one of the areas. So I know that spot. Okay, so it's along River Road in Calverton. And go down here. Right over here. Yeah, it's this area right here. There's a trail that goes down to the Peconic River. So this must have been one of the areas that had the dumping. This is a beautiful area. I haven't hiked in here in a while. You know, well, the weather's got to get cooler for that to happen. But, yeah, I think that's where she was, right over here. Yep. So this is probably one of the areas that was involved here with the dumping right here. This is off River Road in Calverton. And this, of course, across the way is EPCAL. You can see, yeah, beautiful, right? Oh, that is a beautiful place right there. But you can see here, this is where they were reporting. So right over here, she was probably standing right over here, probably in this area. But I don't know if that looks like the exact spot, actually. I'm not sure. But this was taken back in 2019, and it's in the fall, so it's kind of hard to say. Let's find out where she was standing here. Looks a little different here. I don't know. But that looks like one of the DEC gates. It's possible that maybe she was standing over here. Because I'm trying to figure out where exactly. They don't list where this actually happened. Perhaps it was over here where she was standing. Down here, perhaps. This Calverton. This is the Calverton area. So maybe it was over here where she was standing. There are a number of places. You can see this is the Pine Barrens over here. Yeah, it could have been over here too. But there's no specific place where this dumping happened, but definitely disturbing. And I'm glad the DEC's on top of it, because I didn't know that this was going on and they were investigating this stuff. That's very good news. Maybe it was this spot over here. But I didn't know they were going on. It was going. I'm glad the DEC's on top of this. These people that are behind this need to be put in jail. A fine is not enough, in my opinion. If they've done that, no. They need to serve some time in jail, in my opinion, for that, for sure. I'm glad they were made to clean it up, but still, they should be serving some jail time, and I'm glad the DEC's on top of this. And also, there's another story here on the Daily Voice about this as well, which I'll link below here. And if I find any other stories, we could see if there are any other stories about this. Pine Barrens dumping. Let's see if we can find any other stories on it. And let's see. So News12, we have News12. There's a Newsday story as well. There's a story from Long Island. So, yeah, we can see if we can get... these are the news stories. It would be nice if at least one of the city stations could have come out to the Pine Barrens, but I guess they don't care. But I'm glad News 12 did come out. Why is that on News 12 New Jersey? I mean, yeah, they have their own Pine Barrens in New Jersey. But this is the story that they covered, so I don't know why it's linked on the New Jersey site. But, hey, New Jersey is Pine Barrens, too. And they have their own dumping issues as well, probably, though I have a tendency to think it's worse here, but I've seen plenty of pictures of dumping in the Pine Barrens in New Jersey, too. So it's about time that this stop and the people behind this get locked up. You know, it's pollution, and that's a crime. So that's going to wrap up this video here. I'm glad News 12 did the right thing tonight, made this their lead story, the Pine Barrens, the lead story, and I'm glad that the New York State DEC is on top of this, and hopefully we can put a stop to this dumping, and those responsible pay and spend some time in jail where they belong. So thank you for watching, and take care.